beautiful. If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now, my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, I'm back again after a very long time. First of all, I would like to say how much I've been missing you guys, like from my heart. I have this longing to connect with you and come back here. It's just unbelievable. It's something that I have like never really experienced in such an extent. Now, a lot of you guys know that my father has went through surgery and that he is ill, and well, thankfully the surgery was done like in November, but still there is a lot to adjust to, and you know, he's still fighting a lot, so he needs care, and that's why I was not able to be on YouTube or be there for you guys the way I wanted to or the way I used to. But as always, I hope that I can be more here and I can make more videos for you guys, and I really hope that all of you guys have been doing well. By the way, Happy New Year! This is also my first video for the new year. I hope that you guys will have a great 2023, and I hope it's gonna be a year in which we can connect, we can enjoy and celebrate and be happy. So, my dear, as always, now I have 3 pals that you can choose from. And oh, by the way, I think I haven't talked about what kind of reading it's gonna be, right? Oh, you see, I haven't done a reading for a very long time. So, my dear, today it's all about your future spouse. It's all about who you will marry, who is your future spouse. A very, very exciting reading, and I also chose to also incorporate candle wax reading into it. So we're gonna have both. We're gonna have tarot reading, but also at the end, for every niche pal, we're also gonna look into the candle wax for you. And yeah, as always, my dear, I have 3 pals that you can choose from, and you can either choose the card or, of course, the crystal below it. So this is pal 1 with the star card. This is pal 2 with the world card, and this is pal 3 with the moon card. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comments section. And as always, my dear, if you're interested or curious when it comes to a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey Pawan, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse? So first of all, I would like to say something regarding the star card, because I was very drawn to pick the cards for every each pile, and I really feel like there is also a meaning behind this. So with the star card being here, I really feel like a lot of you guys watching, you could have had a very tough time with love. It's kind of like I've seen you in the dark, and what's coming for you in love is this light. You know, the same way when we literally look at the star in the sky, there's this darkness, right, everywhere. It's nighttime. But at the same time, yes, this darkness is there, but the darker it is, you know, the brighter the stars will shine. And I really feel like this is kind of like a symbolism or a picture to emphasize that you have been in the dark regarding your love life for some time. Maybe for some of you guys, you've been single and you didn't really get anyone, or you didn't really met anyone who was like what you were looking for. For others, you may have been in relationships, however, they weren't quite what you were wishing for or hoping for, because the star card is a card of wish fulfillment. It's a card of hope, right? Or even dreams. And I really feel like you could have had this desire regarding a certain relationship or regarding a certain partner to enter your life. However, it didn't come, or even those who came, they just weren't right. I'm hearing they didn't feel right. So take it how it resonates. However, it's going to apply to you. What I'm seeing here, this is you, okay? It doesn't matter how you look like. Let's just take it as a metaphor. It doesn't matter also what your gender is. Let's just look at this person right here. They're actually surrounded by darkness, right? But then we have those beautiful stars, which are bringing light into the space and making everything so much more magical. I really feel like those stars are actually also getting awakened in your life as well. Now, I don't think that every of those stars is only connected to your love life. I feel like for a lot of you guys, actually, something great is also entering your life, which has nothing to do with your love life. It could be work related or some kind of opportunity which is gonna really push you towards the right direction, that you would like to be, okay? But it's definitely also love, because we're obviously talking here about love, right? But yeah, this is just something I wanted to say. I really feel like the star energy is coming through for you. However, definitely you have been waiting, or you have like tasted some bad apples for some, okay? So, yeah, you have been patient for sure. So, what I would like to do, my dear pal one, is to first get you an archetype, because I really like this card and it has those archetypes that really can give us an insight regarding what kind of person we're talking about, about their personality and really who they are, their characteristics. So I really like to use this. And yeah, I would say let's start. So for my dear pile one, let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? For my dear pile one, for the star card pile, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse, my dear? Let's get you 2 or 3 archetype. Let's see how many come out. Okay, so the first card we have is the lover archetype, which says great passion and devotion, unbridled, bridled. Okay, here's my English once again. Appreciation of someone or something. All right, so let's get you more cards. Okay, yeah, we have 3. We also got the athlete archetype, which says dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. And the third card we got for you, my dear pile one, is the rebel card, which says challenges authority to effect social change, reject spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. All right, okay. So, my dear pile one, I really find these archetypes interesting. It's very interesting to me, like, look at those colors, they're all different, right? And the energies that are coming through here is also very different. I really feel like your future spouse is multifaceted in a lot of different ways, and You know, that's actually one thing I really feel like you're gonna like about them. For example, look at this. It's very colorful, and this is also who they are. They are a very colorful person. They are a very colorful personality, and there is a lot that you can, yeah, that you can see, you know, or that you can experience. And I feel like it's what you need, you know. This person brings into your life a lot of different shades or a lot of different colors that you haven't seen yet, and that's actually something that's really gonna make you interested towards them. Okay, so let's go back to the cards now. I would like to just start like this, like let's start with the lovers card. So, lover card, a very lovely card to get, right? Oops, excuse me, my dear. So, with the lover card being here, I really feel like your future spouse is someone who is a great lover. You know, they are definitely the more so I feel like committed person, because this is not like their energy doesn't feel like someone who takes love lightly, you know? I feel like this person is someone who really likes to be in a relationship and then go all the way. It is important for them to take the other person serious, to take each other's feelings and emotions serious, right? Because, I mean, there's this quote, which I forgot, but let me explain. Like, it's all about people who are the closest to us. They're also the ones who can hurt us the most, right? Because it shows how much vulnerable we make ourselves when we truly allow ourselves to open up emotionally, right? And connect with someone. And I really feel like for this person, it's something sacred. Like they understand that a relationship is something that can turn into one of the most beautiful experiences a person can have. However, it needs or it takes a lot of dedication and compromises and so on, right? But also love. And I really feel like when this person falls in love, they really fall in love like deeply. They're definitely not giving me like casual energy. No, they're giving me more so commitment for sure. And also talking about what kind of lover they are, I feel this card really says it all. They are someone who I feel like is very romantic. Their gift giving, oh no, their love language, their love language could be gift giving. That's what I want to say. And I really feel like this person will always let you know like how they feel about you. This doesn't feel like someone who makes you question things, or someone who, like, being involved with them, you sometimes may not know where you guys stand. That's not the energy. I really feel like they're gonna make you feel appreciated, and they're gonna make you feel special and loved. That's really how I would describe it, because they are a very passionate lover for sure, on a lot of like different levels. The bedroom stuff, like a lot of passion there for sure. But not only that, I feel like it's in the way they are. You know, for example, in the beginning, perhaps how they approach you, you know, how they express themselves. It's it's a very passionate way. And I don't feel like this is someone who pressures someone else, like a potential partner. I feel like it's important for them to make the other person feel comfortable. You know, sometimes some people may want to express themselves no matter what. They may not think a lot about the other person's feelings or how they may think about it, but I really feel like this person, like for them, their potential partner's feelings is very important, and they always take into consideration whether they may do too much or too little, you know, like it's very important to them to make the other person feel comfortable. That's something I really feel here. Now, let me see what I can get some more. Okay, I also feel like, my dear pal one, that your future spouse is actually someone very active. Active in the sense, well, actually, in multiple ways, I feel like. First of all, of course, with the athlete being here, it shows a lot of like physical strength, right? Or physical activity, this kind of energy. Someone who, yeah, who's definitely doing a lot, like physically speaking, but I don't feel like it's the only thing. I feel like it's really who they are. It's in, like, it's their personality, how they approach things, even you, okay, how they pursue others as well. This is a very active person, and once they put their energy into something, they really, once again, like, they give their all, or they put all their attention into it. So it's very natural for them to, yeah, to be in this active mode, I would say. And I feel like because they have this kind of personality, it's also very natural for them to express it physically as well. So, for example, this could be someone who likes to do a lot of different sports or likes to work out, someone who has a lot of hobbies which go into that direction, right? I just see someone who almost can't stay still, but in a good way. It's not like they're stressed or they're busy because like they have things to do and they don't enjoy it. No, this action, like, this person wants this. They have a lot of energy and they like to burn this energy, whether it's through physical activity or, you know, keeping themselves busy otherwise. But this is who they are. So if this is your cup of tea, and you may also be someone who likes to experience a lot of like physical things, go on a hike or work out together, you know, whatever it may be, really, I feel like this person could be that kind of partner who will do it together. If of course this is something you want, of course take it how it resonates, but the potential is there, okay? Another thing I would like to talk about here is that I really feel like your future spouse is someone who's very headstrong. So they're not scared to walk alone or stand out of the crowd, you know? Sometimes people try very hard to not stand out because they're scared of that, or because of like social norms and like conventional things, right? I feel like your future spouse is someone who really likes to go after their own voice, even if others may not understand it, or even if it's like a contradicting energy to other people. They would rather still go with what feels right to them because they want to be true to who they are. And I feel like this is one of the most like important things in their life, to always be in their authentic self and not sacrifice themselves for others. Now, very often when people are like this, it could be the case that in the past they have actually done the exact opposite, like they have experienced, for example, sacrificing themselves for others, or saying no to what they want just to make others happy, you know? And through this pressure of, yeah, saying no to yourself comes this realization, like, what am I doing? This is my life, and I should be able to live it the way I want it, right? Because I have to make myself happy, not someone else. And I really feel like this person could have had this kind of revelation, maybe when they were younger. And now they're wiser, now they understand better what they want, and I really feel like this person's not afraid to live a life or go after a path that maybe their parents don't understand, or their friends don't understand, or even maybe society, as long as it makes them happy. And this actually, like, this quality shows how strong of a character they are, because it takes a lot for someone to be so courageous, right? And I feel like this person has done a lot of learning. That's something very, very important as well. Now, having said that, I would say let's start with the tarot cards now. So let's see, for my dear pile 1, for the beautiful star pile. Let's see, my dear. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? What do you need to know about them? Let's see what the energies have to, share with us. Who will you marry, my dear? Who's your future spouse? Oh, I think there is a card from another card deck between them. All right. All right, so for my dear pile 1. All right, so I'm not reading reversals today. So the first card we have is the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. For my dear pile 1, okay, the 8 of Cups. All right. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse, my dear? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, I think I have to put them a little bit more up there so we can fit all the cards. All right, okay. Yeah, that's way better. Let's continue. So for my dear pile 1, ooh, we have the 2 of Swords. All right. Okay, and we have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the Chariot card. Let me make sure all the cards are visible. I think this way. Oh, these are 2 cards. I haven't seen them. I'm gonna just take this card here. Okay, all right. Let me see at the back of the deck. Okay, we have the Fool card, my dear pile 1. All right, so my dear pile 1, let's start. Let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Now, first of all, what I would like to start with is that I really feel like this person has come a very long way, and I feel like if you like hear where they are right now and when they used to be, it's definitely a big difference. And for example, this person could have started off like in very humble beginnings, or it could even be something internal. They could have had some kind of challenge that they had in their life, and they've overcome that. And it's a very, very big part of them. So the energies are not showing me exactly what this was. With the 5 of Pentacles, yeah, it could be some financial problems, but it can also be something like internal, right? Being anxious, or having like a very, very hard time, even mentally speaking. Whatever this energy was, it's something that they have overcome, and like from deep in my heart, like I can really feel like they can be so proud of themselves that they have put themselves out of this dark place or of this dark phase in their life. It could have been some hardship that they endured like during a period, you know. It can also look like that. But with the Eight of Cups being here, it's a period that is not like relevant. I can't talk. Important. Okay, let me put it that way. It's not important anymore, and yeah, they have just released it. You know, they let go, and yeah, even if it's a part of their past, still, I really feel like it's something that has shaped them. So, for example, let's just assume that's like growing up, this person could have had some financial problems, or better to say, maybe their parents had some financial problems. I feel like it really shaped them into, for example, wanting to work extra hard or study a lot to in the future find themselves in a better place, you know, for example. Another thing, if that's not the energy, another example could be, let's say this person was in a very like bad mental state because of with this hand being here, it feels like outside influence. It could be maybe a toxic partner or even like some toxic behavior that's around them. Like I talked about the fact that maybe this person in the past has compromised on their dreams and wishes just because they wanted to make others, maybe their parents for example, happy, and that definitely had a very bad influence on them. Maybe they had to do something that their parents wanted them to do, but it wasn't their passion, and therefore, yeah, they weren't really enjoying their life. It took them into a very depressing state, for example. But going through that and coming out of this, they now, more than ever, they won't let anyone talk into or talk, you know, or try to shape their life, let me put it that way, because they know how it feels like to be powerless, because like maybe they've given their power away in the past, and therefore now they're super in control. You know, now they won't allow others to put them in a very similar situation again. Like that's the past, they've experienced, like done that, never again. And but at the same time, I feel like there is a lesson that has been learned, and it's something that I'm hearing no amount of money could have taught them. So this could be something that they say, yes, it was very, very difficult, but it has really opened their eyes to what kind of life it is that they want, you know, and it has really made them conscious and made them understand that they never ever want to give their power away like this. They are the only one who's responsible for making them happy, and they themselves know what's best for them. And I really feel like they won't allow anyone to, yeah, bring them back to the space. That's over. So, looking into now who they are, I really feel like this is someone who is very self-responsible, someone who knows what they want, someone who has things like they have figured out their life, and they are also, I feel like, a very secure and stable person. Okay, it's their hard work, like they have done it, like everything this person has accomplished, it was all them. And I really think that this person can be proud of themselves, because you know, this very unstable or unsecure energy that came through in the beginning, it's like this is where they started, and now they have, like, they're all the way here. They have created this very stable and secure life and also self, okay? this very secure like version of themselves. And I really feel like this person is very, very satisfied with where they are in life, and they can be, because they've done great, you know. And I really feel like this is someone now who really, their highest priority is definitely their well-being. Because once again, it comes back to where they used to be. They know how it feels like to live in imbalance. So this is why it's even more important to them to live a life which feels balanced inside and out. However, I feel like when we talk about their work ethics, or just in general their work, they could at times overwork themselves for sure, or let's just say take more projects than they maybe can carry. Don't understand me wrong though, they definitely make it work, but I do feel like sometimes maybe they tend to really stress themselves when it comes to their work, but not in a way that they don't like it. Like, it just feels like this person loves to be full with work, you know? Like, even when I say they may take more things that they can carry, still, it doesn't really feel like they have a problem with it. They will still make it happen, and it's actually, I really feel like this person likes to be challenged, and it's actually something that really makes them feel satisfied. Because, for example, working a lot doesn't take away from their well being. And I feel like the reason for that is because what they do, like, they genuinely love. Oh my god, this is very complicated. I hope you guys understand what I mean. But yeah, they're busy, but they love being busy. For sure. Now, I feel like, generally speaking, as well, my dear pal, when we talk about your future spouse, they do feel like someone who can adapt, or adjust, better to say. I think that's a better word. Adjust very easily to new circumstances or new changes in their life. This feels like someone who's very open to changes. I'm hearing, look at yourself. How do you adjust when it comes to changes? Are you someone who refuses or has a very hard time with going through changes, or are you someone who, like, who's open? Now, I don't know why. I feel like there is a reason why this came through. Maybe you will soon go through some changes in your life, my dear pal one, okay? And this is why the energies also want to take the attention towards you for a second. But yeah, I really feel like changes are coming for you, my dear. And your spirit guides is kind of like they want you to be ready for it. And therefore, they want you to reflect on the fact, like, whether you see yourself as someone who's still struggling when changes occur, or whether you're welcoming it. Because I do feel like there's some kind of change which is coming, and it will actually shook a lot in your life. It can be some kind of revelation that will happen, like, internally speaking, and therefore it will really shape your thoughts and your belief system and kind of the path of your life. However, this change can also be like an event or an opportunity coming your way, right? But yeah, I'm hearing get ready. Get ready. That's very interesting. But it's something very, very positive. I feel like you're going to be very, very excited once this energy enters, once this change like it enters your life. Now let's come back to your future spouse. All right. Another thing I would like to mention here is that I feel like your future spouse as well is someone who's very protective of themselves. Yes, it goes back to what they have experienced, but also, generally speaking, I feel like this person just doesn't like when people confuse them, or people just treat them not the way they think they deserve to be treated, or especially speaking when people step over their boundaries, right? This doesn't really feel like someone who takes this lightly at all. Like, they definitely voice and protect, themselves. And I don't feel like this person even like waits. Like, when they see someone being not good for them, it may take them hours to throw them away from their life, like they will not take days or weeks or months to think about it. No. If they feel like someone is toxic for them, yes, maybe in the past they used to behave differently, but now there is definitely this zero tolerance for this. All right. And especially there is this element of confusion here. So I don't know why, like, the energies are not emphasizing, or let me put it that way, like, they're not explaining it furthermore. But I really feel like this person absolutely doesn't like to be confused. Now, whether it's okay, yeah, I feel like it has something to do with people playing with them. Maybe this is connected to a partner. Maybe in the past they had a partner who played tricks on them and confused them. So yeah, this is something they definitely will not react positive on. They need someone in their life who's straightforward, who's aware of what they want and communicates clearly. This person doesn't like drama at all. If they come across someone who is all about drama, I don't think they will entertain this energy at all. This is something I can also see. Now, I would like to get you some more oracle cards regarding who your person is, my dear, and then we will start with your candle wax reading and any messages regarding the situation which are meant for you to know. I'm going to use this beautiful deck. So let's see. For my dear pile 1, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? What information can we get about them? Let's see, my dear. Okay, we have 3 cards. Should I take them? No, I feel like no. I heard no. Let's go with 1 at a time, or at least like maybe 2, but 3 is too much. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we have 2. All right. So the first card we have is push through any insecurity. We got practice gratitude. Yes, 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 definitely. I got this energy coming from them, yeah. A very humble... Oh my god! Are you kidding me? You guys, I was talking about this card. Like, I was talking about the fact that they are a very grateful person, a very humble person, and then, then this card comes through. Oh my goodness, like, sometimes I can't with the cards and the energies, like... Alright, so definitely a confirmation right there. Like, I say humble and the humble card comes through. Yes, yes, yes. So this person, it doesn't really matter, where they make it, like how far they come. They never forget where they started, and they never forget who they are and where, like all the things they've gone through, and this is not someone who will get lost in the moment or get lost in the success or the like the growth, that's a better word, the growth they will do. Excuse the cut, my dear. My camera fell on the cards and it destroyed the whole setting, so I had to put everything together. So as I was saying, all in all, what I'm seeing is that your future spouse is definitely someone who will not forget their roots, okay, where they've come from, no matter how, high or how big they make it, okay? So having said that, there is also another thing that I would like to mention here, which is all about this card, which says push through any insecurity. Now, I really feel like your future spouse, the road towards making it, okay, towards creating this life for themselves, it definitely wasn't easy at all. In fact, I really feel like your future spouse had to grow tremendously, and I see this is more related like to their mental state. So for example, it could be the case that your future spouse has been taught to have self-limiting beliefs, let's say in a very young age, and or certain insecurities, right, that they've been programmed. And I really see that this person has went all the way. Like, yes, they have had some insecurities or some aspects, okay, that they have been struggling with, but regardless of that, they hoped for the better. They didn't allow those small programs or those limiting beliefs to be the end of them, you know? Like they really wanted to set the tone. They wanted to be the one who's going to determine how far they can make it in life. And I do feel like those insecurities have been put on them, okay? I mean, that's actually the case with almost all insecurities, right? People don't get really born with them. It's more so outside that makes us develop those insecurities, right? Like, there is absolutely nothing wrong with us, but someone comes around or society comes around and then tries to put into our mind that there is something not right about us or not good enough about us, right? And this is where comparison also goes in, and we start to, yeah, be very insecure with certain parts of ourselves, whether they're physical or let's say related to our environment, like related to our life, right? To material things, maybe even. So I really feel like this has also been something that has happened for your future spouse. They've been taught that. However, through this gratitude, okay, through seeing the good and believing in the good, they were able to bring themselves out of this mindset. I feel like this person really had this realization, like, when it comes to their insecurity, it's always about what they don't have. But this shift that has happened is actually they have looked on everything they have, and this has really helped them to come out of this place. They don't want to cry about what they don't have. They want to be thankful for what they have, and this is really what has helped them go through it. And I really feel like when you compare your future spouse to who they used to be, it's not only a complete different person, but also once again looking into their mental state, or I think a better word might be their mindset. Okay, it's very very different now. It's kind of like in the past it was more so about like the cup was half empty, and now it's definitely more than half full. And sometimes really we may have this kind of experience in which there's this change, this transformation, this internal, okay, transformation that we go through. And it really changes our whole perception of life. And this change of perception is exactly what has happened for your future spouse here. And I really feel like it has helped them become this person that they are today, because the old narrative is no longer impacting their life because they chose not to. Okay? I also feel like, my dear pile one, that your future spouse, they're coming off as someone who likes to like philosophical, like they have this aspect, okay? Like they like to think about life and reflect on life. And I feel like this person, you know, when they are in a conversation, they're gonna bring such fresh and a beautiful view, you know, and it's just something different. And I really feel like you're gonna enjoy this very, very much about them. That when you guys talk about something, they're gonna bring a different point of view, and it's one that will really open your horizon, you know, really like expand yourself. It's this kind of energy here, and it's something you're really gonna enjoy. I really feel like deep conversations is something that you guys are gonna share for sure, and it's something that both of you guys are gonna, yeah, very much love to do. There's this mental connection in here, my dear pal one, that I really would like to emphasize. A mental connection that I heard happens once in a lifetime. So it could be the case that you haven't experienced it in like such a way, okay? Like even if in the past you have had these kind of connections, I just feel like I heard this is special. This is different. This is what others call like mental satisfaction. Like if you're someone who loves to be mentally stimulated by your partner, then this is definitely something for you. I also feel like they may challenge you mentally quite a lot in a good way, okay? So let's just say there may be this discussion and you may not really be knowledgeable about it. And I feel like your future spouse is going to come through and share a lot of thoughts and information about it, and it's really going to help you as well to develop yourself, you know, to grow, which is very, very interesting. You know, very often we get the physical connection, right? And of course, the physical connection or the physical intimacy is a huge part of a relationship, right? And very often, energies tend to, let's say, emphasize them because that's just, I guess, what's important in the reading. But this reading is a little bit different. What's being emphasized here is actually this mental connection. And I feel like, yeah, I heard your connection is gonna be definitely a very, very strong one, very secure. And the reason for that is because the foundation you guys have built this connection on is so strong. I also feel like with this card being here, the push through any insecurity card, it's almost like it's also like a reminder for you, I guess. A reminder for you to see whether you have insecurities of yourself that you've been taking with you, which are not serving you, which are sabotaging you. You know, sometimes we are carrying so much baggage with us that we're not even aware of it after some time, right? Because it becomes normal. Certain thoughts become normal. Certain stress or worries become normal because they're just a part of our life. But what's happening here is that it's almost like the energies are trying to remind you that there are certain insecurities that you have in your life which you should not just accept. Okay? You didn't come here to play small like that. You really came here to express yourself. And yes, experience those insecurities, but grow, okay? And go beyond them. This is something I heard. So, what I really feel here, my dear pile one, is It could even be the case, because this is, a relationship reading, all obviously. I feel like certain insecurities which are being emphasized here could actually be related to a connection, to a relationship, to a potential love interest. So, this is really for you. Ask yourself, what insecurities do you have when it comes to a partner? It could be related to yourself, even, okay? Maybe certain expectations that you think you have to fulfill to be worthy of a relationship or to be worthy for someone. This is a reminder here for you to always keep in mind that you are good enough, okay? As you've come, you are good enough. And very often, those insecurities that we carry, we tend to sabotage ourselves. The energies are showing here that please don't sabotage yourself with, I heard crap, okay? Now that's very interesting. I really feel like there are certain beliefs that you may have, yeah, adapted, which are total nonsense, but they've become a reality, okay? If someone tells us often enough that we're not good enough, eventually, if we hear it like enough times, we will believe it. And I feel like there is this energy in here. Somehow, maybe even because of comparing yourself, you feel like there's something you need to change, or something needs to be changed in order for, like, for being a potential partner or being lovable, okay? And this is really a reminder here from the energies from your spirit guides. You are good enough. There is nothing you need to change in order to be lovable. If there's a transformation you would like to overgo for yourself, because you want to become a better version of yourself, of course, that's a beautiful idea. But if you feel like there's something wrong with you because you've been taught to believe that, okay? Then this is a reminder. Those insecurities are an illusion. And your spirit guides are really emphasizing here. So I feel like this message could be very specific for someone out there, because I've definitely taken a lot of time right now to really look into it, okay? So take it how it resonates, but someone needs to be reminded that those insecurities that you have, or those aspects of yourself that you call like a flaw, are actually not a flaw. They're actually what make you you, and what make you so special. And someone who genuinely loves you for who you are, they're gonna see this beauty. And whoever is trying to tell you that you're not good enough, well, they don't even deserve you in the first place, okay? So this was a message very, very important from your spirit guides here for sure, that I had to mention. Now, I would like to continue with your candle wax, my dear. So let me put all these cards away. And yeah, let's see. Let's see for my dear pile one. All right. Let's get your candle. As always, my dear, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies here. Okay, this is very interesting. The first thing that's coming through here, one aspect, or let's say one characteristics that you will recognize, or not recognize, but you will, I heard fall in love, okay? Like, this is something about your future spouse that you will see right away, and it's going to be very, very attractive to you. is their love. I feel like your future spouse is someone who's very expressive. They love to laugh and crack jokes, you know, like they enjoy it so much when they see other people smile and enjoy their company, okay? And I really feel like the first interaction between you guys is gonna be very like similar. You guys are gonna come together and you're really gonna enjoy your future spouse's company. Yes, it could definitely be the case that your future spouse is doing exactly that. Like they're trying to make you laugh, they're gonna try to make you smile. And I feel like you're gonna find the effort very, oops, you're gonna find the effort very, very cute. That they're gonna try so hard to like make you feel uplifted. All right. It's kind of like your future spouse, they make a great impression from the beginning. Like their energy feels so uplifting and it's not gonna leave you. No. Like this is almost the kind of scenario like even if it's a long day and then you come back home, you're gonna remind your like you're gonna remember your future spouse and you're gonna also remember the jokes or the funny silly things they've said, you know. It's gonna really stick with you. Maybe for some of you guys, you've been in a very serious environment for some time, maybe even work related, but I feel like this energy is what you need. You know, it's gonna be like a breath of fresh air, kind of, right? And their energy is so different from maybe people that you usually encounter. Like, what I'm seeing is, you know, laughter when it comes deep, like from inside, like when you laugh wholeheartedly. This is what I'm seeing here. Let me see. Okay, I know this is very random, but I'm seeing dark hair. Um, Let me see. Okay, there is a message in here. I feel like it is related to those maybe insecurities that we have also talked about. So I would like to mention that, okay, I heard at the beginning, if some of you guys feel like you need to put your guards up because maybe this is just a very natural mechanism of yours, maybe it's very difficult for you to open up or like trust issues, you know, not very easy to let someone close to you. Your spirit guides are coming through here and they would like to tell you don't allow your insecurities or your fears to intervene with the great things that you could have in life. This is self sabotaging energy once again, but I mean, it's coming from a place of fear, you know? Maybe for some of you guys, once again, past experience, right? Maybe a very negative ex. So, therefore, some of you may feel like, okay, when I go for this relationship, maybe they're gonna be like the past one. I don't want to be hurt like that. Or for others, maybe you've been hurt in the past. Like your trust has been betrayed. It doesn't have to be like a love scenario necessarily. It could also be just someone very close to you and this kind of stuck with you. So therefore, yeah, there is this trust issue that you're carrying with yourself. But your spirit guides, the energies are saying, don't allow the past experiences to hold you back from all the great things and experiences and all the great people that you could meet. So they want you to allow yourself, okay, to feel, to allow yourself to let others close to you. it's very interesting because once you allow this person close to you, you will actually realize that they've not been like the past person, or they are not like the people who have heartbroken you in the past, who have betrayed you. They won't leave you. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to be in this great connection. Because this person, they won't pressure you, right? So they will give you the chance or the opportunity to choose for yourself, obviously, if you want to be with them or not. But this is your spirit guides telling you, allow yourself to get involved. Because if you don't try, you will never know. And I mean, we're talking about your future spouse here, so you will allow them into your life. You will allow them into your personal space. I heard, and you will not regret it. Yeah, for some of you guys, you could very often, not only like love related, relationship related, but you could tend to sometimes allow past experiences to really define like the present or the future as well. You know, you may hold back, or because of certain fears, you may not do what you want to do because you're scared that a past experience may repeat itself. And your future spouse here is not those past people, okay? And your spirit guides want you to know that the past is the past, and it can only influence us as long as we allow it. Don't allow those fears to determine you, because you deserve so much more than this limited bubble that you're in because of the fears, okay? This is all about releasing control and trusting, going with the flow, not trying to swim against the water, but really allow the water to take you with it and show you that you're safe. You're flowing freely, okay? And you will go to your destination without trying to resist it. I know this is very random, but my dear pal one, I would like to tell you that there is a beautiful future ahead for you, okay? I know very often when we have had so much bad experiences, it's kind of like we expect the same things to come our way in the future as well. But I see such a warm and bright future for you in which there are so many possibilities. Your spirit guides want you to allow this narrative, okay, to come into your life and not to go with the old same story in which you're surrounded by the past energy, because you deserve so much more than what you had in the past. Yes, also in a partner, for those of you guys who may have never been in a relationship, you deserve people in your life who are better than maybe the environments that you used to be in the past in, okay? I see a very warm, very loving, you see this flame, like, look at how big this flame is, how it's huge, okay? It's huge. And when I was looking at it, I felt this warmth, and I feel like this warmth is what you will have in this connection as well. when we think of fire, of course, fire can, if it's um like out of control, it can be destructive, right? Like, let's say a wildfire. But fire can also be so soothing, so nurturing, calming, and so healing for the heart. And this is the energy that I'm tuning in. This is your future. I see you at a place where you're nurtured, your heart is full of love and warmth, and you don't allow it to turn into ice because of the past experiences. You allow your heart to shine, to be expressive. For some of you guys, your future spouse may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or I'm also seeing earth energy coming through here. But of course, take it how it resonates. So that would be Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. I feel like this is a message someone really needs to hear today. I want to remind you that a great future is ahead of you, and you deserve it, okay? You deserve it. Not only in love, but genuinely speaking. Allow yourself to burn bright and be expressive. Allow your light to be seen and heard. Because you shine just like this beautiful flame. Like, this is you. I know this is a future spouse reading, but this is almost like your future, like your spirit guides are coming through, and they really want to also, yeah, make you see how awesome you are. Okay? And the great future that you have ahead of yourself. Like, let me see if I can get anything else. Okay, I don't know why, but I heard flowers. It could be the case that flowers are somehow gonna play an important role. Maybe your future spouse is gonna express what they feel towards you the first time through giving you flowers. Or maybe when you guys meet, okay, the kind of setting, it's gonna be at a place where there are gonna be a lot of flowers. I know that's very random, but well, that's a message that I'm getting here. And when it comes through, it's going to be important for someone watching. I see your heart space open. You're going to feel so comfortable with opening up to your future spouse. All right. So I see you going beyond those insecurities, going beyond the trust issues. You're going to allow yourself to be gentle. You're going to allow yourself to feel your heart to connect with theirs. And I feel like this is perhaps maybe the biggest challenge for you here. But you're going to give yourself the space, and this is where you can really bond with them. And I really feel like when you do this, you're going to really understand how precious and how important this person is to you. All right, that this is really someone that, yes, you want to marry, someone you want to be, with for the long term. Be brave. You are loved. These are your spirit guides. They're taking over. You are loved, okay? Know that you're loved. You're being guided towards this person. Have faith in it. You deserve this. You deserve the best. You deserve to be loved. You are loved. You are good enough. Okay? I see like this, they're bringing in quick messages. I also heard now, work on yourself. Like, if there's something which you really would like to bring to life, okay, maybe an idea, maybe a hobby, a business idea, like a dream you would like to go after, the energies are like saying allow yourself to experience that, okay, whatever this is supposed to mean, take it how it resonates, but they're really encouraging you here. I heard you will know what they mean. Like if this message is meant for you, you will know. Okay. Yeah, this is really all I got so far. Yeah, so my dear pal one, we had a lot of messages coming through for you. My dear, thank you so much for, first of all, allowing me to read for you, right? For allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy, whether it's through the candle wax reading or through the cards. Thank you so much for, yeah, giving me this possibility. It's such a beautiful thing. I'm so thankful, to be able to do this. And yeah, so as always, my dear pal one, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And if there's something you would like to share, as always, please feel free to do so. Also, my dear, I invite you to like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, my dear, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get a notification when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or interested in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, if you would also like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. You will find my Instagram link in the description box. My dear pal one, I am sending you much love and much positive energy. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal one, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Please excuse the candle wax drops that I have to clean up here. I also once again made a mess in pal 1. So, welcome my dear to your reading, and let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse? First of all, my dear, we're going to look into some oracle cards, then tarot, and at the end, we're going to also get you some candle wax and see extra messages regarding this topic, regarding you and your future spouse, okay? I really would like to also bring a space in which like any messages are welcomed, whether it's regarding your relationship, how you guys are going to meet. It doesn't matter. I'm very excited for it. So, let's start with the first, my dear. First of all, let's get you some oracle cards, archetypes, and let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse. Let's get some archetypes here. For my dear pile 1. Let's see. Oh, pile 2, excuse me. Well, maybe some of you guys have been drawn to pile 1 as well. If this is the case, then feel free to watch it. But let's stay with pile 2. Let's see, my dear. Okay, so the first card, let me put this bowl over there. The first card we have is the Destroyer archetype. I'm going to get you 3 cards. We have the Destroyer, which says releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. And then we have the Victim archetype, which says prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. One last card. And we got the Alchemist archetype, which says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. All right, okay. So, my dear pile 2, let's look into it. Let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse? So, first of all, I would like to start with this. I really feel like, my dear, that your future spouse is someone who, yeah, who has definitely gone through a major life event, okay, which has transformed them. Now, this life event, it could even have been a tower moment. I know the tower card is not here, but it could even be that, okay? Some incident or like something which has happened which really forced this person into a big transformation. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative incident, okay? It could also be, let's say, some kind of change which they were forced to do. For example, it could be as small as, let's say, moving. They were forced to move, and through this moving, going to a new place, they really had to transform and change a lot. Okay, their life changed a lot as well regarding this energy. It could even be bigger than that. Let's say for some, maybe they went through a very, very rough breakup, which, yeah, forced them into this transformation. I mean, it can be a lot of things, but I'm really trying here to give you examples so you guys can have an idea what I'm talking about here. So something, okay, with the destroyer archetype being here, I do feel like it's more so something destructive, like something they have gone through which has forced them to really redirect their life and, yeah, really create a new life for themselves, you know? However, what's very interesting here for me is that this transformation has actually put this person where they're where they're meant to be. This transformation has brought them closer to their greatest version. You know, very often when we go through tough times, we may not see like a reason for it or a purpose in it, right? It's just us really having a very rough time, and we may even question very often, like, why does this have to happen, like, why me, and so on, right? But later on, when we have overcome this obstacle, when we have gone through the transformation and we look back, we actually see maybe a very good reason why it happened. Because maybe this tower energy, you know, it actually redirected our life. Like, it really made us realize, reflect, and question whether this is actually how we wanted to live. And therefore, maybe we even had to get out of our comfort zone, right? Very uneasy, but it allowed us to go on the path which is meant for us. And I really feel like your future spouse has gone through something very, very similar. And it helped them to also release what didn't serve them, okay? So, as an example, let's just say this is a relationship. It could be the case that they used to be with someone who wasn't the best for them. Hey, maybe even a little bit toxic. And it definitely wasn't easy to go through the whole process of breaking up, right? And it really forced them to get out of their comfort zone, to really maybe even face certain demons they never wanted to interfere with. However, through this incident, they were able to finally release what wasn't serving them, okay? Maybe a relationship which didn't go anywhere, even maybe was holding them back. And through leaving this energy, leaving this relationship, they actually found themselves, or they did a lot of reflection, and they realized that, hey, this is not the kind of relationship I want to be in. This is not the kind of partner I want to be with. You see what I'm talking about here? Something difficult, but after it's overcome, you will actually see the lesson and the importance in this experience. This is where Like, this is what I'm talking about here. This is what they have experienced, all right? Maybe, maybe your future spouse was in a situation in which they were a victim, or no, I actually wouldn't say victim. It feels a little bit different. The energy feels different. It feels like they have been powerless. Something outside of them, yes, could be a partner, could be a boss, or someone who just wasn't a good influence. Someone outside of them tried to control them, or like, it feels like someone is trying to hinder you from becoming your like greatest version or expressing your full potential. If this was a partner, they didn't want them to thrive. They want them to maybe stay in their control, you know? Or if this is, let's say, a fake friend, like someone who pretended to be away, but they actually were someone completely different. They really try to keep this person away from expressing themselves, you know? This is the kind of, like, almost being caged. Hold back. And now see where this person started and where they have moved on to. The alchemist archetype. The alchemist, do I really have to say more? Such a powerful person, like such a powerful archetype. We're starting off with someone who's completely like powerless, and we're ending with someone who is in their power, and not only that, but really has also power outside of them, like outside of themselves. They're very influential kind of energy, right? The alchemist energy. And you know, the alchemist card literally says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. So, whatever this person has gone through, they've turned this into golden wisdom. They've turned it into something that they can actually, yeah, see good in, you know? Like the same way that exactly the alchemist transforms something bad into something good. This is what they have done. They've turned this experience into like a lesson that they have learned from, and they for sure will not repeat in the future, okay? Like, this is something which definitely can also be said here. So I see a complete different person in terms of who they are, what they do in life. They could have transformed like completely. If you're gonna hear about who they used to be, maybe how they used to live, where, like, which job they used to have, it could be very, very different from what they, or where they will be in life, better to say, when you will meet them. Okay? For some of you guys, it could even be the case that your person has transformed physically speaking as well, all right? Yes, this can definitely also be the case. Maybe through working out or losing weight, gaining weight, through surgery, perhaps even, okay? Or just overall, like their vibe, okay? Like when we talk about even physicality, the vibe we carry, the energy we carry, it also influences the way others perceive us, right? And I feel like like the energy they're in now is so different from where they used to be, and this also influences how others see them. Okay, their physical appearance is also being influenced by that. Let me see, my dear, what else can I get? Yeah, as I said, like preparing for new life, I really feel like leaving this bad situation behind has really forced them into a new life, but that's exactly what they needed. Because it has, like, it gave them the opportunity to move into their highest potential. You have to think that way. It almost feel like just imagine someone who's being held back and they can't bring out their best potential. This is kind of the energy that they have been in, and now they have breaking free the chains and all that, okay? And they are who they want to be, and they are who they came here to be. This is what I'm talking about. All right, I think this is all we have when it comes to these three archetypes. So I would say let's continue then. Let's get you, my dear pal, to some tarot cards to get a little bit more insights. Oops, excuse me. To get a little bit more insights regarding who your future spouse is and what you need to know about them. For my dear pile 1, okay, this card turned over. So the first card we have is the Page of Cups. Ooh, the Empress, all right. Look at these two cards. They're very, very similar. Do you see the heart space here and do you see the heart space here? We see it shining, right? Like we see how bright it is. It's something that I saw here immediately. Also, it's almost like we can see a whole like new world here in the like sense that here we see different planets, and here we also almost see like a portal or a door to a different world. We see nature here, right? A beautiful forest. That's very interesting. All right, we have the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Wands, for my dear, too many cards, for my dear pal 2, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? One card, please. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles here. Too many. We have the Eight of Swords. Page of Swords. One last card. Oh, okay. And we have the beautiful Awakening card in this deck. All right. At the back of the deck, look at that. At the back of the deck, we have the Magician archetype, which for me is the Alchemist energy. Overall energy here, very, very interesting, very suitable with what we already got for sure. So first of all, I would like to start with this. Look at these two cards. Look at how different they are. Here we see someone, like, first of all, the card is full of colors, right? We also see like fruits growing above the Empress. We see this light shining through, full of colors. Very hopeful. It looks like full of life, full of energy. And overall really freeing, right? And then in comparison to that, we have this card, the complete opposite. Someone who's blindfolded, all dark. It almost feels like they're being bondage, like they're they're absolutely not free, you know, like almost like in a cage, or it looks a little bit like a jail even. So the complete opposite energy, and I'm only talking illustration here, okay? From the illustration, complete opposite from what we're seeing here. And this is the journey, all right? The journey your future spouse has gone through. So we've started with the destroyer archetype, and I almost feel like this was the energy. They were caged, they were in the situation which did not serve them, and they had to release. They had to, or they were forced really to push through it. And then obviously, I mean, the Empress, such a uplifting card. The light is coming back, okay? And not only that, of course, then we have the Magician card as the overall energy, which is definitely someone who is in their own power. Someone who has things happening for them, okay? And yeah. Oh, your future spouse, like you can be extremely proud of them. Don't understand me the wrong though. I don't feel like this person wants any pity, okay? Like they don't want others to look at them and say, "Oh, poor guy or poor girl or you know, whoever." No, this is not what they want. They didn't come out of this as a victim. They came out of this as a winner, and this is also how they feel. They are victorious. They have proven themselves, and they're now, yeah, coming through with victory. This is who they are. You know, when we think of a diamond is such a precious thing, and how does it actually come together through immense pressure, right? And it's almost like this is also something I'm seeing here. Oops, excuse me. Your future spouse is a diamond as well. A diamond which was, yeah, created through extreme pressure and a lot of hardship. However, look at where they are now. They are, yeah, they're the magician archetype. I mean, wow. And not only that, I really feel like, my dear pile 2, when we talk about your future spouse, they are a very wise person. And this wisdom they have definitely gotten from experiences, right? The more they see, the more they experience, the more they actually also learn. I feel like they definitely now are someone who always sees a lesson in things, okay? Like, for example, if someone else would have been in their situation or in their position, maybe yeah, they would have reacted differently. But not your future spouse. For them, they actually see how important these experiences were, and they want to make the best out of it. This is who they are. This is a big part of their personality. No matter what, your future spouse wants to always make the best. Even if there is a very difficult situation, they want to do the best with it. And I really feel like they also like to motivate others to do the same. Because, I mean, we all go through our own hardships in life, right? Through our own, yeah, you could say, battles. And I really feel like this person in particular, they really love to encourage others. They love to make others understand that no matter how destructive the stone is that we tend to, yeah, find in front of us, there is always reason to continue, right? And to do better. No matter what life throws at them, they definitely keep going. This is really the energy of them. I feel like they will also motivate you a lot. Like, this is the kind of partner who, first of all, whatever it is that you struggle with, they're definitely gonna be your motivational speaker or your biggest support system, really. I feel like this is someone who naturally, okay, like they make you believe in yourself, they make you inspired as well. They are an inspiration, but they also make you feel inspired. Maybe when this person was going through the tough times, they themselves had certain inspirations which made them go, like continue. And I really feel like they understand the power of believing in yourself. So if you, my dear pal, too, have certain desires or goals or wishes in your life, and you very often tend to be all by yourself, or people do not really encourage you, don't really like they believe in you, okay, then your future spouse is definitely the complete opposite. I really feel like, whenever someone tells you why you can't do something, your future spouse will tell you why you can. This is kind of the energy here, which is very, very nice. I mean, it's not like this person is a complete dreamer. No. Yes, they hope and they believe and they dream, but after that, actions will follow. They don't just dream but don't do anything about it. No, like they actually know exactly how it feels like to push, push, push through and do what it takes, okay? So there is a difference here. Having talked about dreaming though, with the Page of Cups being here, the Page of Cups for me is a very dreamy kind of energy. Yes, it can even symbolize or show the energy of a dreamer. So I really feel like this is a great person to be around if you are a dreamer yourself, if you're someone who really likes to think of all the possibilities out there and all the lives that you could create. I really feel like your future spouse is gonna help you with it, and they're also gonna help you with like taking action. Okay, that's also a very, very big thing, because look at these two energies. Very, very interesting combination actually. So as I said, we have the Page of Cups, which for me is a more so dreamy kind of energy. And then we have the King of Pentacles, which is like the complete opposite. Serious energy, very earthy, very grounded, like also a lot in the the head space, okay, for me. Yes, it's not swords energy, but still very practical kind of energy, okay? Which once again, as comparison, this is more so about inspiring and dreaming for sure. And look at this combination. For some people, maybe they think that just doesn't work. This doesn't go hand in hand. But this person actually shows, well, it does. Okay? You can give yourself the space to be inspired and dream, wish, hope, okay? Daydream even. It's something very, very healthy when we allow ourselves not to be so serious, and also allow our mind to wander and to yeah, flow, okay? Just like we see here these like fish, okay? They're almost like flowing in the water in the ocean. We see this, and then we see the seriousness and even the logical energy, logical steps, I would say, that come with the King of Pentacles, right? When the King of Pentacles wants to go from one place to the other, they take practical steps towards it, okay? No luck, no nothing. They will go very, very practical about it. And you see here, I really feel like your future spouse is great with this. They dream their world and then they will go about it. And they think that both is necessary, both is important. It's important for us to open our heart space and wish and dream for a better life. But just as important is to actually then do what it takes, and they will really help you with it as well. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like once your future spouse comes into your life, they may actually trigger you into doing a lot of things that you, I'm hearing, maybe weren't brave enough yet to do. So for example, let's say maybe you have an idea, a passion, okay, that has always been there. However, you were a little bit scared or you were a little bit insecure regarding it. You didn't really know whether like this is what you need to do. Although let's say your heart called for it, you always knew like this is what I love, this is what I would like to do in my life. But still, the voices, right? You just didn't go for it. And then we have your future spouse here who is actually gonna make you reconsider that, you know? And they're gonna show you what steps you could take in order to go towards this dream, okay? For you, my dear pal, too, I really feel like you are gonna, yeah, you're gonna move towards the path, okay, that you know is right for you. You're gonna listen to your heart. I know it sounds very cheesy, but you know, like we all have this intelligence. We all have this inner voice. Like some people may even call it intuition, right? We have this intuitive knowing, like sometimes we can't quite explain it, but something feels right or something feels wrong. It's almost like we know we're meant for something else, or we know that, yes, this is what I want to do. But then there's this and there's reality, because sometimes reality just, well, doesn't allow us to go towards it, right? Because maybe we just don't have the right circumstance for it. What I'm seeing here is that it could be the case that your intuition has been trying to tell you over and over again what is meant for you. However, maybe you have not listened because you just, yeah, you just didn't know what to do. I'm sorry, you didn't know. You just didn't know what to do, or just the circumstance was not right. With your future spouse coming through, you're gonna listen to your intuition much more, okay? Also, with the Empress energy being here, I mean, intuition, of course, is more so the High Priestess, but for me, intuition is something that I really associate with the feminine energy. Of course, the masculine has intuition as well, right? But it's something, I guess, personal that I associate with it. And the Empress, I mean, is the card of the divine feminine. And I really feel like whoever you are watching, this is not like gender related, okay? It doesn't matter. But the closer you come to your future spouse, especially if you have met them, the more and more you will listen to your intuition, and you will actually understand that, okay, no, it's not just a small feeling that I have. It's actually an intelligence. It's almost like consciousness trying to tell me what is meant for me. And when I say what is meant for me, it feels like your higher self, okay? Like before coming into this incarnation, like you chose what you want to experience, and this is where you're moving towards, okay? Okay, we've talked now a lot about you, but let's go back to your future spouse. But hey, I mean, there is a reason for it, my dear. I mean, the energies want you to show. I mean, you know, this actually like shows so beautifully the positive impact that your future spouse is going to have on you. Not only do we see transformation happening within your future spouse, but we also see transformation happening within you, right? Another thing, I feel like your future spouse, they have a very extroverted side to them. This is someone who really loves to be surrounded by others, someone who loves to express themselves. I feel like their throat chakra, for some reasons, coming through here big time. They love to just share, share what they have to offer. And this is someone who definitely can talk like for hours, and they won't be exhausted at all because they love to do that, okay? But not only this, another thing. So, talking about the fact that they are an extrovert, this is something I felt. I think that, like, there is more to it. This person just loves to interact and also exchange energies with others. These energy exchanges could be, let's say, through going out and meeting their friends, right? Having a good time. Or it can also be energy exchange through their work. This could be someone who loves to be surrounded when it comes to their workplace. They love to interact with others. They really thrive when they have to work in a team, for example. But generally speaking, I feel like relationships are a big part of their life, not only romantically speaking, but really like friendship, family. I mean, of course, this is something obviously which a lot of people can relate to, right? But what I mean here is, like, this is someone who thrives for a relationship. Like, they always want to get to know new people, and they understand that relationships are also hard work. Just the same way, let's say, a flower needs the right nurturement. No, is that the right word? A flower needs to be nurtured. Okay, let me explain it that way. In order for it to grow, this is the same thing. They understand that a relationship also takes a lot of effort, whether it's friendship, family, like relationships, or even like romantically. I feel like this is someone who has a lot of contacts, like they have connections, okay? And I really feel like actually this is something great as well, in the sense that they have someone that they can always go to when it comes to a lot of different like works, not work, life situations, okay? For example, let's say if they need legal advice, they may have a friend who works in this environment. Let's say if they want to start their business, but they need some tips and advice regarding it, they also may have a friend who can really direct them and give them guidance. You see what I'm saying? This is kind of what I'm talking about here. I feel like they have someone that they can go to when, yeah, they need help. But it's not like it's only one sided. This person is there for those people as well, okay? And that's what I'm talking about here. They nurture their relationships, and you will see this also in your guys' connection. I really feel like this person does a lot for their partner, and they love doing so. For example, if they do something good for you, they don't expect you to do something good for them the next day. No, they do it because it comes from their heart space. They do it because they want to, because this is who they are. They don't have to have a reason, you know. They want to do it because it fills them with joy. Yeah, this is someone who likes also to go out, party, dance, someone who is definitely very, very confident as well, okay? This individual, they they know what they have, they know who they are, and they're not gonna shy away from even like challenges, okay? They believe in themselves. Once again, very outgoing is coming through. Let me see. Yeah, very confident. Let me see, let me see. Okay, another thing I would like to mention here, my dear. This person, they also would be such a great leader. I feel like this is someone who really can, like, when they talk in front of an audience, everyone listens to every and single word that they say. Like, they catch the attention and they're very charismatic. I guess that's also a thing here, okay? They catch people's attention and just naturally speaking, you know, people tend to follow them. Maybe this person literally has a following, like online speaking, but if it's not that case, like real life, I just feel like a lot of people want to be close to them, a lot of people want to be friends with them because of just the way they are. It's so warm, so welcoming. I feel like a lot of people as well really look up to them. And let me explain why. This person is unapologetically themselves. Like they are their authentic self. And I feel like whenever we see someone like this, we just naturally tend to be mesmerized by them. Because deep down, we all, you know, wish to be in this energy. But very often, some people may be scared of stepping into this because maybe they have to, well, break certain illusions in order to do that. Or maybe when they do this, when they allow themselves to be their authentic self, right? There may also be consequences to it, right? For example, maybe other people will judge them. Well, this person doesn't care about those judgments as long as they can sleep good at night because they are true to themselves. This is what's important to them. So you see a very powerful, very strong person here. They put themselves first, okay? There is no doubt about that. Okay. I heard they've learned to put themselves first. I would like to get you more oracle cards. Let's see. For my dear pal 2, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Okay, the first card we have is reveal what needs to be seen. Scorpio energy. We got Sagittarius, also last quarter, okay, which says practice gratitude. Okay, and the last card we have is Taurus energy, and it describes releasing control. Okay, all right. So, my dear pal 2. Okay, this is a message which has absolutely nothing to do with the card meanings, but okay, this is very random, but let me just say it. I really feel like your future spouse is someone who travels a lot, or traveling is a big part of their life. This could be someone who has seen a lot of places, someone who desires, also like planning for the future. They may have a lot of destinations that they want to go to. All right. Okay, putting that aside, let me now dive into the oracle cards. So, first of all, with reveal what needs to be seen, this really reminded me of what I said, with this person being very expressive and having the need of, yeah, being their unapologetical self, you know? Whatever feels right to them, to be able to do it, to give themselves the space to express that. And I really feel like this is gonna be once again a big inspiration for you, but not only for you, for others. They're not scared to come through as an outcast, although they're definitely not one. They have a lot of people here wanting to be in their present, but they're not scared, you know, of being alone, or they're not scared to walk by themselves. And this is really where the real power comes, right? Very often, people who are comfortable with being by themselves, they actually have one of the best like connections to themselves as well, because they don't seek outside validation, for example, but they find it within themselves. And this is also something I'm seeing here. And because this person has such a great connection to who they are, they put themselves first and they go with their own voice, you know. I think that the card, like the practice gratitude card, is actually such a beautiful card to have, because I mean, gratitude is one of the most powerful, okay, powerful tools we have. And it can change our perception, it can change our reality when we start being grateful. I know it sounds very, very simple and like very pathetic, but guys, like, all I'm gonna say is spiritual, okay? Spiritual gifts unfold, or spiritual experiences unfold through gratitude alone. And it's mind blowing. Such an emotion which tends to not really be like that important can literally open up doors to us. And I really feel like you will see that, and you will also feel this towards them. I feel like this is more so you here. You will be very grateful for having them in your life. Talking of spirituality, I feel like you guys, okay, this is interesting because I am not getting for sure whether this is your energy or whether this is them. So take it how it resonates. But one of you guys, of course, it can also be both of you guys, right? But at least one of you guys is definitely gonna go through their own spiritual growth. And I feel like in the future, whoever this person is, whether it's you or them, you're definitely gonna incorporate more and more like practices, okay, into your daily routine. I really feel like you are gonna have this need. Once again, could even be your intuition here, showing you how important it is to connect with your spiritual self, because this is gonna open up a whole new world to you. I feel like this is you, but this is also them. Maybe this is gonna be an experience which you guys are gonna have like parallel, like both of you guys are gonna experience, okay? Maybe this is even something that you guys are gonna trigger in each other. However, it's gonna apply. I see that you're moving out of control and more so into trusting. Trusting the universe, trusting yourself, trusting whatever it is that you personally believe in. And you're gonna create a space in which you can experience that, okay? Where you can experience your spiritual self. Let me see if there is anything else. Okay, another thing I would like to say, we have had some complementing energies here. And I really feel like your future spouse and you, both of you guys are coming through with something, and it's gonna work out so beautifully. So, for example, let's say one of you guys could be more so emotional and the other is more so practical. Coming together, you are gonna not only teach the other the beauty of whatever it is that you resonate with here, but you're also gonna grow together and see how beautiful it is when we mix those two energies together. Very often we think we have to be one or the other, but we human beings, like, we're so much more complex than that. And I really feel like you and your future spouse, you combine energies here, which may for others, okay, for outsiders who may have a limited perception, maybe for those people, it may seem impossible, but you guys are gonna actually show that duality. It it is what is a part of life and needs to be incorporated. And I really feel like duality is gonna play a very, very important role in this energy as well. A lot of, yeah. Oh, let me see if I can get more and more information regarding it. But I feel like it's really a personal experience. Like something, yeah, you are gonna be away and your future spouse is gonna be different from this. However, coming back, those differences are actually gonna make this so, so beautiful, okay? Beauty in the differences is something I heard. I feel like for some, it can even be differences in appearance or differences in background, okay? But okay, I heard it's gonna be a masterpiece. So whatever differences, oh my goodness, drink whenever I say this word. But whatever it is that you guys bring, you're gonna create something so beautiful out of it. This is what I'm seeing here. Anyways, so what I would say is let's start with your candle wax reading now, my dear. We got a lot of information already, but let's see what we can get some more. All right, let me get you your candle. Let's see. For my dear pile 2. All right. As always, my dear, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the first thing for you, my dear pal 2, that I'm seeing here is I feel like when we talk about what kind of couple you guys are going to be, this is a very active couple. So both of you guys are gonna, yeah, like you have this lust for adventure. And maybe this is connected to what I said regarding like them loving to travel. Maybe you guys also love to travel. But overall, what I'm seeing here, first of all, is that I see you guys experiencing a lot of new things with each other. So you may go to places you've never been to, do things you've never done before, and it's exciting. Like the energy in this candle wax reading from the beginning, I'm getting this excitement, you know? It's almost like you're feeling alive. You're feeling alive. You see so much. You experience life from different angles. And okay, I heard I'm so thankful. So you're going to be very, very thankful for this opportunity. Okay, for example, if you guys are going to travel a lot, you definitely are going to be very grateful for this, to be able to do that, right? To have like the resources, the opportunity to go around. But this is first of all like what I'm seeing here. Also, another message which is coming through pretty fast. I feel like for some of you, you may not make this relationship official from the beginning. Like maybe you're gonna hold it a secret a little bit longer. Now, okay, I said holding a secret. That's interesting. Maybe for some of you guys, you don't want everyone to know. Maybe because one of you is a little bit known and you just don't want other people to be in your business. Maybe for some, you may have a parent or a relative, a friend who sometimes really tends to just be like on your nerves, like this kind of energy. But for some reason, you guys are gonna be very mindful with when you're gonna make this like publicly, yeah, available to everyone, like sharing this with everyone, you know? Maybe for some of you guys, because of like cultural norms, you aren't able to share this relationship from the beginning, okay? However, it's gonna be, I feel like you guys are gonna go with your own speed. You're not gonna allow others to pressure you. It just has to feel right, okay? But of course, take it how it resonates, but still, I really feel like you guys just don't want to rush anything, you know? Yeah, for some of you guys, I talked about the travel aspect, right? Maybe you even meet each other through traveling or through going a certain distance. Of course, it doesn't always have to be airplane travel. It can also be maybe driving by car to a place that you've never been to, right? But yeah, this is also coming through. Of course, take it how it resonates. This is a general reading, right? Okay, I see someone's mother coming through. The energies are not showing me which one of you, which has happened in this reading already, right? I don't know why. Why are they doing this? Anyways, what I'm seeing here is that it's either you or your future spouse. One of you guys is going to be very, very good, very close to their mother in law. So it's either you being very close and having a great relationship with your mother in law, or it's either them having a great relationship with your mother, okay? But the divine feminine is coming through once again, and it's a motherly figure here. A very kind soul. I see a very genuine smile, a very genuine heart, okay? Yeah, someone here wanted to know something regarding their in laws. Let me see. Can we get some more? Hmm. Okay, this is interesting. I am also seeing a wedding, a big wedding. Now, this can either be your wedding, okay, or maybe for some you will meet your future spouse in a wedding or a big event, celebration. So, yeah, take it how it resonates, but I am seeing this wedding coming through here. Like candle wax readings, especially like this one in which I, at the end, like I'm just allowing the energies to bring through any messages regarding you guys which are meant for you to know. I think it's very, very fun because like we get a lot of random messages. However, I feel like they're meant for someone. Like, yeah, let me see. Yeah, some of you guys have go like you have to go a certain distance and um overcome an ocean I'm seeing here. Maybe the place like okay, there is a place coming through here near a body of water. Either you guys will meet at a certain place like this, or mm, or give me a second. Okay, I'm seeing, or you guys will travel to a place and something significant will happen there. But let me see what will happen. Okay, for some of you guys, it's a proposal. Oh my goodness, this is so random, but yeah, proposal I'm seeing here is coming through as well. Okay, this candle wax reading energy is definitely very different from pal one's. Let me see. I don't know why when it comes to yours and your future spouse's energy, it's a very youthful one. It's a very like a young spirit. Now, when I say young or youthful, I'm not connecting this to age. It doesn't matter how old you are or how old your future spouse is. This is more so about your energy. I feel like with your future spouse, you will be able to go back to those like fun old days, when it's much more carefree and like just having genuine fun without the seriousness of life. Or sometimes we may even have a partner who's very, very serious, right? This dynamic feels different. This is you and your future spouse exploring life, having fun, allowing yourselves to enjoy and celebrate your union. There is a lot of celebration in this energy. So, yeah, you either may meet in a celebration or this is just who that you are. You guys may really love to celebrate with each other a lot, okay? Maybe even hold gatherings at home, like family gatherings, for example, every week or every now and then, very frequently, though, I'm feeling. But yeah, that's actually all I'm getting. So, my dear Pawan, first of all, I would like to thank you for allowing me to read for you and allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy, my dear. It has been so much fun, and I really hope that you got the messages that you were seeking, my dear, that are meant for you to know. As always, my dear, and invite you to like and subscribe if you haven't. As always, my dear, if you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get a notification when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, as always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, if you would also like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. You will find my Instagram link in the description box. My dear pal 2, I am sending you much love and much positive energy. And I hope you're having a beautiful day or, of course, a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 2, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Please don't mind the candle wax stain, my dear. Pal 1 got a little bit messy, but let's see. Let's see, my dear. First of all, I would like to start with some oracle cards and see what archetype your future spouse embodies. And later on, we're gonna get you some more tarot cards, and at the end, we are gonna get you some candle wax. And when it comes to the candle wax reading, I really want to make a space, and any message which is meant for you to know is welcomed. Whether it's about the relationship, okay, whether it's about how you guys will meet, how they look, it doesn't even matter. I really just want to, make this possible. So, first of all, let's start with the archetype, my dear pal 3. Let's see. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Let's get you 3 archetype cards. All right. Let me put this a little bit aside. Okay. So, let's see. For my dear, I wasn't ready. For my dear pal 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? I wasn't ready. And this card also came out for pal 2. I really feel like I need first to give it a good shuffle. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? We have 1 card. We have, the child nature card, which says friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits. Let's get you 2 more cards. Ooh, we have the mentor archetype, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Interesting. Let's get you 1 more card for my dear pal 3. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? All right. And we have the father archetype, which says talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Now, with the father archetype being here as well, this is not gender based, okay? This is just energy. So it doesn't matter who you're asking about. All right, so let's start. For my dear pile 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? So I would like to start with this. First of all, what I'm seeing here is I really feel like your future spouse is someone who has a very, very soft and gentle heart. This is for sure someone who does a lot of things with a gentle and very genuine, approach, and also genuine intentions. You know, sometimes it really depends, of course, on the energy, but sometimes I get these impressions or these energies coming through in a reading which are just mind-blowing, and it really suits the energy I'm getting for you, because when it comes to your future spouse, they are such a soft and gentle spirit. And I really feel like your future spouse is someone who is deeply connected to their higher self. Now, let me explain, because of course, I mean, we all are, right? I think the way I said it may not be right. Of course, we are all connected, right? But sometimes through the experiences we make in this lifetime, especially if they are very, very harsh ones, we tend to disconnect a little bit, okay? And what I'm seeing here is that your future spouse is someone who hasn't disconnected in such a way. They have their heart space open. And this is very, very important because love is the highest vibration and also the vibration that, well, matches source energy. And I really feel like when we look into this person, some people may label them as an earth angel or someone who has such a pure heart. And I really feel like this is exactly who they are. And, being like this, especially in the world we're living in today, can be something very, very difficult because the kind of world, okay, we're nowadays in is a very harsh one. Also, people who are in this gentle heart space or who are very empathic or very sensitive, sometimes others may tend to put them down for that as if this is something bad, which of course it isn't. But it's not a secret that many of us live in societies in which, well, they're very, very disconnected and imbalanced. And you need to understand that it is such a treasuring thing, okay? To be who they are, have this very kind and gentle nature to them, and not allowing this world to break you or turn your heart into ice, because it takes a lot of courage, okay? It takes a lot of courage to become vulnerable, to allow yourself to love and allow yourself to be kind. And I just want to say how beautiful this person is for exactly this trait alone. And I feel like you will definitely not miss that, okay? They have this energy, this very nurturing, very welcoming, like very warmth about them. And when we talk about your first impression, I know this is not a first impression reading, but I just need to mention here that I feel like this is the energy that you will get, like this impression you will get in the first meeting, because this is who they are. And it also reflects outside, their energy, their vibe. You can pick up on it. And not only you, I feel like a lot of people can. Who they are is someone who is willing to help, someone who, it doesn't even matter. Like, sometimes people only help if they can get something out of it. This is not the kind of person. This person wants to be like of service just because they want to, because it's the right thing to do, or because they love to help. They love to make other people's lives better. And when I say they don't expect anything in return, I really mean it. So therefore, because they have this gentle spirit, as this card says, I really feel like it is easy for them to interact with innocent beings, such as animals or even like children, okay? That's another thing. Very innocent and pure spirits, this person can interact very, very well with them. So for example, it could be the case that you will see that a lot of animals tend to be drawn towards them. It's this kind of energy. And once again, not only animals, also talking about children. First of all, this could be someone who would really like to have children. But of course, take it how it resonates, right? But just coming back to what I was saying, the way they interact with them, I really feel like it's a very intuitive approach. And they just know, like, if this person one day will be a parent, there will be such a great parent. That's all I'm gonna say. Because for them, it's not about overpowering the child. It's really about maintaining the dignity and intelligence that comes with children, and not trying to form the child into something the parent wants to be, but really allowing the child to be their expressive self. Also, this person could actually be very, very connected to their spirit guides as well. Now, either consciously through, obviously, like, I feel like, for example, spiritual work, and they're aware of this connection, but it can also be the case that they're not aware. It can even be the case that this person is not spiritual, but they don't have to be spiritual in order to be connected. You know, a lot of people may not really be knowledgeable when it comes to their spirituality, but that doesn't change the fact that we are all connected to source, and we all may have, you know, certain energies that we are connected to. And I really feel like their spirit guides are guiding them. This guidance, okay, if this person is not aware of it, may come through like certain thoughts that pop up, or a gut feeling that they feel when, let's say, they want to make a decision. It's like certain sensations, okay, through which they interact. Genuinely speaking, I feel like this is someone who's great with communication. Doesn't matter, animals, children, adults, even elders, all right? They respect others. This is someone, like, also talking about your relationship. Respect is gonna be a huge part. They want to be respected, and they also give this much respect back to their partner. Okay, this person lives with a lot of dignity. They know their worth, and like when they love someone, they want the other person to feel it. I feel like when we talk about love language wise, it's multiple things. One of them for sure is through physical touch, also through I don't know what the right term is, but they love to give their partner a lot of attention, you know? I don't know if there is like a certain term for this love language, but they just love to put time, okay, for the people they care about. But because for them, it's also a way to express themselves, express their love. Also, I feel like gift giving. But when we talk about gift giving, there is also something very creative about it. I feel like they put a lot of thought into the gifts like the physical gifts they give someone. So it's very, very special as well. They don't just go to the store and buy something and throw it in front of you, but they really think about it. You know, maybe they observe you, or they think about maybe whether you have mentioned something that you're really into. There is a lot of thought that is being put into it, okay? And this is also a very, very fair person, by the way. When they see injustice, especially I feel like when this injustice is towards innocent energy, such as children or animals, it definitely triggers something in them, and they have this need to protect. They have this need to, to fight, you could say. But this is really who they are in general. Also, talking about your guys' connection, this person, they're very, very protective of their loved ones, but also coming back to you guys, of their love partner for sure. And you will see it. This person, they have something very motherly or fatherly about them. We have the father archetype here, but also like the child nature card. It's this nurturement, you know, almost like a mother holding her child, you know, like pressing the child on her chest. And we really look at, oh my goodness, look at all these illustrations. We literally see someone almost like protecting or loving another, someone younger. Here we have this woman with this animal. Here we have this man with this woman, right? And here we have the father with his child. So you see what I'm talking about? this is really who they are. They have the need to nurture, they have the need to protect. This is just deeply rooted in them. And I really feel like you're gonna love it. Physical touch for sure, because we can see all them being very, very close to each other, right? Now, continuing, another thing I would like to mention here is that with the mentor archetype being here, I feel like this is someone who loves to teach, okay? They whether have a job or a career in which they somehow have to do exactly that, or if this is not related to the career, then I really feel like this is something they just naturally like to do. For example, when they have a child, they really love to teach them all the wisdom and all the knowledge that they have put together over the years, right? But even speaking partner wise, because maybe some of you guys don't even want to have children. If they have a partner, it's very important for them to be of service, as I said, to their partner. And don't understand me wrong though, it's not like one person is over dominating the other. Okay, like when it comes to your energies, you're equals, and that's very, very important to say. You are equals. What I'm trying to express here is that I feel like your future spouse is someone who's very eager to help. So they want to share their wisdom, they want to share their life experiences and all the information which may be usable, because they just want their loved ones to have what they need. Also, that's another thing. For some of you guys, it could be the case that your future spouse is like the provider, but of course, take it how it resonates, right? Because this is a general reading. But they're really coming off as a provider here, big time. They want to make sure that you're taken care of, that you're safe. It's really the way the illustrations are showing it, taking care of the other. For some of you guys, there could also be an age gap, but of course, once again, take it how it resonates. What's also very interesting to me here is that even though your future spouse may be very knowledgeable, they're very humble about it. They will not throw it in your face, or they will not pretend as if they're better than others because, I don't know, they have had these experiences or they have this education or whatever. No, this is not what I'm talking about. It's in a very humble approach. It's for the best of the other. So if they share something with you, it's because their intention, as I said in the beginning, is a good one. I feel like this person, genuinely speaking, like they have the need to support. So this may even go beyond your guys' life. So for example, this could be someone who regularly likes to donate or help certain organizations, someone who, as I said, has a very, very big heart and they want to share this, whether it's through their resources or whether it's through certain acts of service, or just, through like sharing their light, their energy. It's very important to them to give back to the community or back to certain group of people who may have it worse than them, okay, who may have not the best, let's say, circumstances. Then they really want to help, because for them it's so much important, like, to help others, especially those who don't have it as fortunate as we do. Okay, let me see. Okay, I just want to say this. It has nothing to do with the cards, but it's something that I have been receiving now multiple times. I really feel like this is a spiritual connection. And oh, by the way, you're also the first pile in this reading that got this, actually. take it how it resonates, of course, because maybe not someone believes in this, but for those who pay significance to that, I see spiritual connection here. At least, yeah, I'm hearing at least soulmate. But you will feel it. I heard you will feel it. All right, so now, my dear pal 3, I would like to get you some tarot cards. Let me, okay, here. So let's get you some tarot cards and let's get a little bit more information regarding who you will marry, who your future spouse is. Oops. Let's see, for my dear pile 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse, my dear? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Okay, the first card we have is the Knight of Swords. We have the Hermit card. Too many cards. The Five of Wands. All right. We have the Hanged Muse or the Hanged Man. Who will you marry, my dear pal 3? Who's your future spouse? Page of Swords. Okay, one card fell. Please give me a moment. Oh, you got the Moon card, which is your card selection card. I'm sorry, pile selection card. Let's see. Ooh, the Four of Wands. Interesting. One last card, please. Okay, and we have the Five of Swords. At the back of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups as the overall energy here. All right. Okay, please give me a moment, my dear. Okay. So first of all, I would like to say this. I really feel like, my dear pal 3, that your future spouse is someone who has definitely done a lot of inner work. For example, a lot of shadow work. Now, as I said, it could be the case that your future spouse is not even spiritual. However, they have done inner work, like even if they didn't know they were doing it, they were doing it. For example, it could be the case that this person really worked on themselves, worked on certain fears that they had. Or maybe even for some, they went to certain professional help to work or go beyond certain limiting beliefs. Well, it's not really limiting. Is it limiting beliefs? I feel like it's more so certain maybe habits that they had which weren't good for them, and they really worked on themselves. This person is a great example when it comes to step by step becoming your greatest version. And also with the Hermit card being here, I feel like this person, they have done some self-reflection, looking, on themselves, like looking at their life and really questioning whether who they are is in alignment, I guess, with who they want to be, or, you know, the life path that they were in, what they were doing as a career. I feel like this person has questioned a lot, and they always want to improve. Like, this is something which is deep rooted in themselves. And also a big reason why I feel like they've done a lot of inner work, because, you know, it was inner work, but for them, maybe it was all about improving yourself. So if they had certain triggers or even traumas, I really feel like this person has done something. Once again, could even be therapy in order to grow beyond it. And yes, definitely shadow work here. Someone who's very self aware. They know who they are, they know where they are heading towards. And I feel like, just generally speaking, as I said, this person is very in tune. They may also be a great energy reader. Like, even if they don't know what this actually is, for example, they could be very good at reading other people's moods, or just in general, when they meet someone, they're really good at determining who this person is, or whether this person is genuine, whether they're pretending. I feel like this person goes beyond the like senses, you know? They can feel more than that. It could even be the case that this person has had some mystical or like paranormal experiences which they didn't quite understand. But what was happening was actually them opening themselves up, okay? For example, yeah, let me see. Excuse me. For example, this person could have at once dreamed about something and, well, it turned into reality, you know? And just many, many insights I feel like this person has experienced. And it could even be the case that they had a very, very hard time with it, because let's just say this is someone who's very practical or more so logical. So, how are they supposed to put together those, let's say, mystical experiences if their mind doesn't understand what's happening, because their mind is just programmed to look at life logically? All right. But what I find very interesting here is that the more time will pass, the more this person will understand that this world is nothing like they thought it is. That there is so much more about life than just this matrix. Although they have definitely gotten a glimpse, I feel like there is much more to come in the future. And talking about that, you guys coming together, as I said, for sure a spiritual connection, and you will also make them question a lot about their life. So, for example, when they see you, they may have this instant recognition. However, their mind will be fighting that. Their mind will not understand it because, like, how or why, better to say, why would they feel this way towards a stranger? They are not gonna understand it, but at the same time, well, they can't deny it. They can feel it, you know. It may be your first meeting in the physical, and this is for those of you guys who haven't met yet. For others who have met, you may get this confirmation here for what you've experienced. But coming back, this person may not understand what's happening within the first meeting, but they cannot deny it. They cannot deny what they feel. And what they feel is this recognition, because indeed, they already know you. You already know each other. Your energies, your higher selves have been connected before. Or for some, you are connected, if this is some kind of soul family situation, right? Which definitely could be the case. But coming back now, they may have these inner turmoils. Because once again, it's almost like a battle between the logical mind and these insights, which they just can't explain, which are much more spiritually rooted. So also with the Five of Wands being here, it could be the case that they will fight it in the beginning, but it will not be successful. So for example, let me show you that. So we see the Five of Wands here, and we see the same person 5 times, right? And in every single position there is a mirror. And look at that. In this, or better to say, in all those 4, this woman, like, she's almost trying to not look into the mirror. Like, she's trying to do everything she can so she doesn't look into it, right? Here you can see she's looking up and there's the mirror. Here you can see she's looking there and there's the mirror. Here the mirror is right there and she's not looking. And here she's even looking away. And then we have the last one in which she's looking right into it. So this is like almost them trying to deny, okay, what they're feeling. No, I don't understand it. Why am I feeling this way? That doesn't make any sense. And I feel like this is something they've experienced multiple times. Like, not the recognition part, but just genuinely speaking, experiencing something that just wasn't logically explainable. But at the end of the day, they had to look into the mirror. They had to accept the things as they are. They've experienced it and they can't deny it. And even if they're trying to resist looking into the mirror, eventually they will. And it's the same with you. It's the same with their spiritual path, to be honest. They may try to like talk themselves out of it, but eventually they can't deny what they're experiencing. So this is a very, very interesting spiritual experience right there that your future spouse is going to have, which is also very similar to how they're going to react to you. Because what, like, this woman is looking at the mirror, she's looking down there because this is actually what's happening here. When your future spouse, like when they're going to meet you, they're going to once again feel this instant recognition, but it's more than that. It's this connection. They're going to have feelings for you, which of course doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, why would she have feelings for someone you just met? I mean, it's definitely something not very common, but they're going to feel it because they already have felt those things. Okay? Also, the Four of Wands, of course, is a card of marriage and even of twin flames. But of course, take it how it resonates. But what I feel, at least for me, it is. But coming back, what I feel is that this is something undeniable. And of course, not only them. This is something you will feel as well. Not only will they recognize you, but you will recognize them as well. Especially because I feel like you are someone who may even be more so into their spirituality or aware of, you know, what's out there or what's within you, better to say, than them. You may be someone who's already aware of spiritual connections, of your own spirituality. And therefore, when you guys come together, you will, of course, trigger this more so in them. But for sure, I really feel like also with the Hanged Man being here, when we talk about this union, it is so interesting because this is about who they are, but I'm getting so many insights regarding your union. Very different from the other piles. But I mean, it is how it is, right? So coming back, I really feel like through this union, both of you guys, but especially now looking at your future spouse, they're gonna have this change of view, this change of perception. You know, it's almost like seeing everything differently. You see the eye really reminds me of the third eye. It's almost like having this insight. I feel like in the future, this person will definitely connect with their spiritual self much more because of something tragic they may go through with the Five of Swords being here. So it could be some kind of grief or sadness. And then we see, I don't know if you can see it, but we see people here meditating. So it's almost like through an unfortunate event, this person will tune within. But this is more so future energy, I feel like. Yeah. Now let's look a little bit more into who this person is. I really feel like this is someone who's action oriented. Also, they're very quick. So if they want to do something, if there is something they want to bring into life, they don't wait that much. They're all about going for it. Like they are what you may call a go-getter. Go-getter energy here for sure. And I also feel like this is someone who's very intelligent. I mean, let me show you. We had the mentor card coming through, right? And the mentor card also talked about wisdom and just having this knowledge. But this was more so about experience. At least this was my impression. But now I see it's not only about experience, but it's also about, yeah, like them just having this, them being very, very smart, very intelligent in the way they think, in the way they approach stuff. But you will feel it, you will see it, more importantly. Let me see. With the Knight of Cups being here, the overall energy, yeah, they will eventually have their awakening. I'm pretty sure about that. But coming back here, Nine of Cups. This Nine of Cups for me really goes back to the archetypes that we got. I really feel like this is someone who has such a uplifting spirit and they really want to share this great energy with others. This is an optimist, for sure. And once again, they help where they can. They love to make others happy. They love to make others smile. Yeah, they really, really do. Let me see. I would like to get you some more oracle cards. Let me put this a little bit more up here. Okay. All right, so let's see. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? For my dear pile 3. Oh my goodness. Great. This card fell into the water. Let me dry it real quick. Okay. So, this card says, step into your power. I have to be a little bit careful so the other cards don't fall into the candle wax bowl. Let's see. Okay. We got let your fears dissolve. One last card. Okay, one card fell. And we have the Be Humble card. All right. So, for my dear pile 3. All right, let me start with that. As I said, I really feel like this person is someone who wants to improve themselves. Like for them, it is always about upgrading, updating yourself, whether it's your mind, whether it's your physical body. It could be the case that this person loves to work out. It's actually all about becoming better than yesterday, I guess. But they don't do it because they want to pressure themselves. Like sometimes these expectations can be a lot for you. For them, it's not certain expectations that they're trying to fulfill, but it's just who they are. They always want to feel like they're moving somewhere. And I really feel like if this person is not some kind of trainer or mentor, then this is for sure something they like to do in their personal life, like hobby wise or just generally with their friends and family. They always give advice, they always help others out. And you will see that. Maybe a lot of people reach out to them for guidance, but it's just very, very natural for them to have or to help people, well, let's just say, reclaim their power. Like, you see this here, it says step into your power. I feel like this is something they may say very, very often to others. And they help others do this exactly. This is gonna be something that you for sure also gonna do. You're gonna ask them for advice or guidance. They are a great example for others. Because, as I said, they've gone a very long way. Also, with this card being here, which says, let your fears dissolve, I really feel like, coming back to the shadow work, they have worked a lot on themselves. At one point in their life, they could have felt very, very stuck. And maybe this is why they have this desire to always continue, to always go to the next level, because at one point they weren't able to do so because there was some kind of restriction or there was something that was holding them back. So now it's all about showing who they are, but not for others, okay? This is not so they can, I don't know, prove themselves. No, they don't have to prove themselves towards anyone. They just do it for themselves. They do it so they can feel good, not so they can impress someone. Definitely not. This is not the kind of person. They have better things to do than to try to, fit into something others want them to fit in. They're not seeking those kind of validation. The only validation they're seeking is the self-love, like them doing something good for themselves and them knowing it. Let me see. I feel like they may also help you, my dear Pal 3, with certain fears that you have. I mean, very often we have fears that are actually like they don't even get real, like, how should I say it? They're just fantasy, right? We have, like, we maybe overthink a lot and it's all in our mind space. And most of the times don't, like, those fears, they don't even get reality. And I feel like this is what they will teach you as well. Not to take your thoughts or fears too serious. I mean, of course, in the beginning, being fearful was actually something very, very important so we can survive, right? So if we go back to evolution, if we see a lion, it was really healthy to be afraid. So, you should get away very quickly, right? So you don't get eaten. But the kind of fears we have nowadays, like 90%, it's just fantasy. It's things we make up because our mind just, is always busy because this matrix has made us always be busy, right? And I really feel like they're gonna make you realize that not taking your thoughts too serious. I feel like for some of you guys, you're overthinkers. Big time overthinkers. Maybe you guys will meditate together. Or maybe you will do even certain spiritual practices together, my dear pal 3, which will help both of you guys tremendously, I'm hearing. Excuse the cut, my dear. So, I don't know why, I feel like I would like to get you guys one more card. With pile 1 and 2, I just wanted 3, but I feel like for you there is more. Let's see. Okay, and we also got think it through. So I feel like this is more so, okay, this is very straightforward. This is once again connected to you guys' relationship. And I feel like you guys are going to be very thoughtful when it comes to how you want to approach your connection. First of all, I feel like both of you guys are very honest. Like, your communication is going to be very clear. Both of you guys are definitely going to let the other know what you want in the relationship, what kind of partner, for example, you are looking for. And yeah, it's very interesting to me because it's almost like from the beginning, like both of you guys are going to be so serious about the other. Like, there is no doubt about that. It doesn't feel like, for example, let's say one of you guys is going to be interested in the other, but the other is not interested at all, or some kind of friendship like situation which is then gonna develop into love. This is from the beginning, take it how it resonates, but love at first sight. If you believe in it, then go with it. If not, then of course, once again, take what resonates. But it's just, I talked about the recognition part, right? And it's really recognition at first sight. But you guys are emotionally so much connected that this love that you already have for each other is going to come through in that moment. Or when you guys get to know each other, you will realize that. I hope I was able to explain it as best as possible. So when we talk about your guys' relationship, once again, from the beginning, serious energy, but then I feel like you're also gonna really think how you should approach it. So for example, when you are dating each other, you may already, talk about, well, who should move in, like, where should we live, how should we make this official, what kind of life do you want, do you want children, like these kind of questions, which are, well, definitely not normal questions. Like, when you ask them, you mean like serious business, right? And it's the same for you guys as well. Also, once again, like, think it through. For example, if you guys want to invite your family so the other can get to know them, it's gonna be in a very thoughtful way. You're gonna think through which, setting is the best to introduce yourselves, what kind of food. Like, I just feel like there's so much love that's been put into it that you guys really want to make it right. So therefore, you're gonna think everything through, as I've said multiple times now. But it's in a very, very sweet way, because it actually shows how much you guys care about the other. And that's very important to mention here. But that's very interesting as well. I feel like other people are gonna see the emotions, like, immediately. It's undeniable. I also feel like you're gonna be the kind of couple which is definitely gonna display their affection towards others I'm sorry, the affection towards their partner in front of others. This is what I wanted to say. And it's gonna be in a very sweet, very cute way. There's also this aspect, friends are coming through. So I feel like you guys are gonna get very like good along with the other person's friend group. So for example, if you get to know your future spouse as friends, you will actually also develop own friendships with them as well. This is something I'm also seeing here. Because you and your future spouse, you really match. And you could even have very, very similar friends. Like your friends could be very similar to theirs. Your best friend could be very similar to their best friend. There is something about this energy here. And this is also why you're once again going to get along with the other so well. You're going to be the couple that is going to make a lot of things happen, all right? So for example, you guys may buy a house or build a house. You guys may even, for some, work together, work on projects. I feel like there is a lot you guys are gonna start and finish with each other. Yeah. In your personal life, but also I'm hearing professional life, which is very interesting. So this is just for, I'm hearing the minority of you. Some of you guys could even work with your future spouse, either from the beginning or later on. Like somehow you could also be financially wise, like job wise related to each other. But this is just for a very small portion of you, for sure. Let me see if there is anything else. Another thing I would like to mention here for you, my dear. Okay, you're never gonna question what your future spouse feels for you. This is what I heard. You're always gonna have this reassurance. You know, sometimes, like some people may be in some kind of relationship in which they're not quite, yeah, they don't really quite know where they stand with the other. There's this confusion. Because either the other person doesn't really communicate that well or because they're playing games. These kind of confusions are not present here. Absolutely not. It's the complete opposite. It's this clarity. Is there anything else? No. This is all I'm getting so far. Yeah. So, let's move on to the candle wax reading, my dear pal 3. All right. So, let's see. Okay, let me get you your candle. As always, my dear, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies here. Okay, this is something I am receiving from the beginning, like it's in my face, like that. This is how it came through. The intimate life is gonna be amazing. You guys are gonna be able to really express yourselves. There is no judgment, so if some of you guys have some kind of preferences or certain things you would like to experience when it comes to the bedroom, there is definitely a very safe space here. Yeah. Very satisfying intimate life here, right? Let me say it that way. Because, I talked about the recognition part, but it's not only that. You guys are gonna feel extremely attracted towards each other, drawn towards each other. Intimacy, likewise, okay? A lot of tension, passion here that you're gonna feel. Fire, fire, fire. For some of you guys, till your first intimate experience, it may not even be that long of waiting. For others, you may want to wait, I'm seeing here, because of your beliefs, right? Or maybe certain traditions. But if we talk body-wise, both of you guys definitely are gonna be ready for the other. All right, that's something I'm seeing here. Okay, take it how it resonates, but for some of you guys, you could actually, I'm seeing a big family. It's either you guys creating your own family and you may have multiple children, or it could be your future spouse's energy here. They could have a very big family, they could have multiple siblings here. The energies are not showing me which ones. I guess it's a mixture of both then, because we have a lot of people watching. Multiple energies, obviously. I'm reading here. Another thing I would like to mention when it comes to your future spouse. Okay, for some, I'm also seeing a beard. That's very, very random, but of course, take it how it resonates. Because, a lot of people may be asking for different genders, right? But for someone here, I'm also seeing a beard. And I'm also seeing for someone long hair. Long dark hair is also coming through here. I feel like it's more so for a woman. So if someone is asking about a woman here, or maybe it's either someone asking for a woman, I'm seeing someone with long hair, or maybe for others, you yourself have long dark hair. Let me see. Another thing regarding your future spouse. Your future spouse is very protective. That's something I would also mention. They're very, very protective. They could even be a very private person. Someone who doesn't like to just reveal everything. For example, if they have social media, it could be the case that it's private, or generally speaking, they just love when not everything is being, shared. It's the same with your relationship. I feel like they're not gonna share too much with others. For them, it's all about the two people being happy. That's the most important thing. The whole world doesn't need to see this happiness as long as the people are satisfied. That's something I heard. Another thing, my dear pal 3, that I'm seeing here for you is that, okay, someone has a pet. I feel like, yeah, I'm seeing a pet coming through here as well. Very random messages for you. Pal 1 and 2's energy was a little bit different. For you, it's a lot of like this, a lot of random messages after each other. It's almost like I'm in a rush. I don't know why. But I feel like this is also kind of like a sign that time is getting closer and closer. For those of you guys who haven't met this person yet, they're coming your way. They're getting closer here. Either the first meeting, or for others, the reconciliation. If you already know this person but you've been waiting to meet them again. Yeah. Okay, another thing I would like to mention here that I'm seeing for a lot of you guys, your future spouse is definitely very, very comfortable when it comes to like finances. I feel like they have enough for themselves and they're very, very happy about it. Yeah, there's this element of feeling financially secure. They don't feel like in the survival mode or like they're pressured financially speaking. This feels like more so someone who has enough, they have what they need. Of course it depends, right? Because depending on person, of course, everyone may have a different like different needs and like yeah, different needs when it comes to how much money they need. But all I'm getting here is that this person has enough for themselves and they're very, very grateful about it. I am not seeing any stress or worry when it comes to the finances. I heard be mindful. Be mindful of each other's feelings. That's something I heard. I feel like this is more so about you. This is about you being much more in tune, I feel like, with your emotions. So for example, maybe you guys you haven't been able to freely express yourself yet, either because you haven't been in a relationship yet, or for others who have been in relationships, maybe the past partners just didn't really give you the kind of space or the safety to become that vulnerable or express yourself to such an extent. Because sometimes, like for those who may have been in relationships, maybe you thought you had to fit into a certain mold that the other person wanted you to fit in. Maybe you felt like you needed to pretend. You weren't able to freely be yourself. And this is all about you being you and you expressing your emotions unapologetically because you have the right to do so. And as we have seen, your future spouse is also someone very empathic. And I feel like both of you guys coming together here, you're both very aware that an emotional connection is a very sacred connection. And I really feel like you're gonna honor that. Yeah. You're gonna honor each other, you're gonna honor the other person's feelings. This is absolutely not the kind of environment or energy in which one or the other takes advantage of the other person's emotions, sees it as a weakness and kind of wants to use it against them. Absolutely not. It's something very, very different. It's even like honoring those emotions, you know? So that's especially good for those of you guys who need to feel safe when they open up emotionally like that. With your future spouse, you will definitely feel this. Let me see if there is anything else. Trust is not going to be an issue here. I feel like for some of you guys, you may have a pet together. Okay? I saw a paw. I know it's very, very random, but that's just what came through. Yeah, okay. That's all I have for you. I'm not getting any more messages, my dear pal 3. So, yeah, my dear pal 3. First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for allowing me, my dear, to read for you and for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. I am so grateful that I'm able to do this, and thank you, thank you, thank you so much, my dear. Yeah, this is your reading, my dear. As always, if there's something you would like to share in the comments, please feel free to do so. Also, my dear, if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do so as well. And don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get a notification when I upload any pick a card or candle wax reading such as this one here. Also, my dear, as always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, if you would also like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. You will find my Instagram link in the description box. My dear pal 3, I'm sending you much love and much positive energy. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 3, take care, my love.